Hey, hey, what's going on? This is Sunshine.
And E.
All right.
Hey guys, we've come back
We're back.
for some more Love Train.
Love Train. See, now you say more for those who just didn't see or things might have happened, but we also did a reaction on the Silk Sonic doing a cover of Love's Train by Confunction. And this is the original group, Confunction, and we're going to do that one because, it's funny. When I first started listening to the Silk Sonic, it almost sounded real. I was like, is this the regular song? Or did the original people say at first? Like, but as they kept singing, I could, especially Bruno Mars, I could hear some of his voice, some of his things he do kind of shine through, so I knew it was him singing it. But we're going to get into Confunction.
Before we do, we want you hopefully you like this, and you'll come back and you'll check out the link below in the description bar and click on that because you'll see some stuff.
Yeah, we're going to get into some other stuff other than reactions. It's kind of interesting. But anyways, before we get into this one, do me a favor, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also share, comment below. So come on, let's go.
This is a day of skating rain, guys. Skating backwards.
Yeah. I can see a little different music, a little bit different.
She said, sugar, honey, darling, I really want to see you too. It's just that someone's over, and baby, I really want to be with you. But if by chance you let me just hold you, I'm
watching I watch what was it, Breakfast Club from time to time, and I just watched one recently on Jazzy Jeff, and he's talking about, they was kind of talking kind of the evolution of how the music industry is moving, and you look at this, and you'll never ever, I think maybe you want to go back to the early 70s and maybe late 60s up until probably the late 80s, where I don't even know if it went that far, but where you had groups. Now, when we say groups, now this same thing, because this guy, his voice is the voice of compunction. Now what they do is say, we don't need to pay any. Listen, if we got to go take this on the road, and we're flying, you counting how many tickets we got to play? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All those tickets. We can get somebody. We can either have the music play. We can get a band that's local to play the music. We'll get some backup singers, pay them to do that, and it just cuts a lot of costs. So you'll probably never ever see the era again of just groups after groups, like 4 and 5 or more. There's some groups that have like 12 people in the band. From the instrument players to the backup singers, and everybody's doing anything, you would probably never see it again.
Well, to counteract that a little bit, back then, some of them had their own planes, they had their own buses, they had their own weeks of transportation. So it's not really, I got about 12 tickets.
Well, yeah, I see that, but I guess as far as the labels or the people saying, why should I have to allot a certain amount of money for a contract for a group when I could probably pay half of that to the lead singer? Because he's the voice. If we you take Lionel Richie out, how many Commodore songs can you listen to? If you take Jeffrey Osborne out, how many LTD songs can you listen to? The only one that seems to do a little different.
So I'm not getting what you're saying.
What I'm just saying is we're not going to have all these groups, because you see the guy playing the bass now. They're saying we don't need him because we can get somebody to play the song, or we can just press play and the lead singer can go up there and do his thing. We're going to cut all that fat out, all that cost out. So they're cutting because that was part of the experience that people liked back then. The full band, they're part of the group. Your LTDs.
Still like the full band.
Oh yeah, like Earth, Wind & Fire. You get that full band, and you like that, but they're not. It's a money thing, so they're gonna cut that cost. Now the only group that I think that really kind of what's called actually the Temptations, they bounced around with lead singers, some in and out, but they had a couple. With David Ruffin and what's the other guy? The other guy, he sung the higher part, so they had to. OJ's did. You had Levert and the other guy, I forgot his name, but they both kind of share it. So they're both of their voices are the voices of the OJ's. So some of them do it, but most groups, they got that lead singer and they kind of build around him. Backup singers, you get backup singers. There's great singers, good singers everywhere, which make great backup singers. So and that's kind of what Jazzy Jeff was talking about in his thing. He was talking about how the DJs. Started off DJs were the thing, and they just got the rappers to come and kind of fill in. Then the rappers kind of took over, and now it's like we don't need a DJ. You just press play, and we can do the rest. So and then they used to have DJs, used to have dancers, guys that beatbox. They cut all that out because now we don't have to pay. It's just a money thing. And we the consumers suffer at the end. But that's how it goes. But when I hear the song, this is a song that if you ask somebody, was that a number one song always on the charts? You might say maybe not, but it was consistent. It was like a song that you would listen to constantly. Even though it's just always you can put it on and listen to it and not get tired of it. So
yeah, I always like this song, and truly, a lot of songs you forget about until you hear it again. Let me download this song because I haven't had it in a long time. But this song just always reminds me of the skate ring. There was a time when everybody hit the floor and skated backwards, and you did your little routines and you're skating, so, just like one of the songs of Michael Jackson, what's that fast song? Oh my gosh, I can't even think of the name of it. But there's certain songs that take you back to a certain spot, a certain time, what was I doing at that time when the first time I heard that song? So yeah.
And it's weird because sometimes songs will bring you to a bad place too. You hear a song like, oh man. I remember that because it was we had an incident years ago, and I hear the song. But after I listened, because it was a good song, after I listened to it a while, that feeling kind of went away. but I still listen. But it's still
It
it's
still
connected.
has that connection. Yeah.
You know, but I still can listen to it. But that's how it goes. That's music. Music, man. That's why music will always be around, because it's always a connecting factor between people, or just feeling wise, you have some kind of connection. But that was Function, Love's Train, and
So let me ask you
Uh-huh.
now. Okay, I know. Well, Silk Sonic did the song.
they did a cover of this song. Yeah,
This
the
song.
cover of the song, right?
Which one would you think you'd like better?
If I,
Because some people, and I say that, the reason why I say that is because some people can redo a song. I don't know if this is their original song. I don't know if it's their song. They're the first ones doing it. But we're going to say this. Because
Okay.
we're sure
All right.
they did it before Silk Sonic did
Oh, no
it.
doubt, yeah.
Okay, so some people can do a song better than the first time around. You know,
Right,
and sometimes not.
What I liked about what Silk Sonic did was they didn't try to upstage him. It's like they respect the fact of how the song was made, and they did the song. They add their vocals that was a little similar, because this guy's got a little rougher texture to his voice, where they're a little smoother with their Silk, So I like that part. They lengthen the song a little bit, add a little bit more to it, so there's a little dance stuff you can do to it, Silk Sonic. And so that's what I like. I think when you do a good cover, you don't try to upstage the person. When Whitney Houston did "I Was Always Love You," she didn't try to upstage Dolly Parton. She just did her version of that song. And she also did, she did a lot of covers. She did that song. She did Doris Benson's "Greatest Love of All." She never upstaged it. So there's some people that did a lot of covers, and I think the key to it is to put what you do on top of that voice, not try to upstage or outdo the one you hear. You respect the fact of how they did, and just some of the instruments were different. That's a dated thing, because I heard a little something that I was like, okay, that's 70s. I could hear it. Where there's a lot more modern sounds and stuff like that. But that's what I liked about Silk Sonic when they're doing it. It's like no disrespect. I love the song. I love to do it. That kind of thing. So. But y'all tell us what you think. That's our views. But before we get out of here, do us a favor. Once again, you can go down to the description, hit on one of them links. We try to put some interesting things. We're starting to try to do that. Kind of show you some more stuff that we get involved in and we see or whatever. We're going to pass that on to you. Most of them are short, so you can just go in there, bang, get right to it, check them out, and maybe get a good laugh, get a good, whatever. Just some things, and so check it out. Other than that, please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Also share, comment below, and I do believe that's it.
That's it. Thanks for listening to
To
Sunshine
Sunshine
and
and
E.